Hey guys, a couple days ago I commented on one of my videos saying that I could put out like the VOD of the 99 parse I got, so you guys could see how I did it. And I thought it'd be kind of cool if like I go over the VOD and just tell you, like point out some stuff that I did in certain places, or you know what cooldowns to use when or whatever to get like a better parse, just for numbers, not for the first kill or whatever. And yeah, this is that. I'll note that I got PI in this. I told the priest beforehand, I was like, hey bro, I'll give you like a soul stone or something for PI, and he was like, okay, sure. So if you want to parse really well, you can do it without PI, but PI, it really helps. I've got a bunch of 97s and 98s without it, but the 99 I had to get PI for it. So anyways, let's go ahead and get started. So notice actually before we start, my circle is already down because I'm going to be soaking the second cleansing pain, not the first one. So watch my positioning when we start. I'm going to start casting from here, but I move to the side, and like after the blood price I can just teleport straight down and I don't have to move, so I can keep casting. Yeah, boom. Perfectly timed Seed of Corruption, it blows up, hits all the ads. Also, I want to note, I only used Dark Soul Misery here. I didn't use Dark Glare or my potion or anything. Just my 2-minute cooldowns or less. So my trinkets and racial, but that's it. I want to save the 3 minutes for phase 2. See, I'm in position already. It's awesome. We're just going ham. What you can see here is that I have no soul shards, so instead of drain souling the boss, I'm gonna drain soul the ads to get more soul shards, and also to stop us from getting killed by them too. It's like a win-win. If you're only doing drain soul damage anyways, just do it on an ad to kill them, you know. We go through here. I should have taken that gateway faster, because now my U8 comes off at a bad time. And the first cleansing pain in the second quadrant, if you use Soul Rod at the very beginning, it'll always be up for these ads too. So I like to use Seed of Corruption right before the ads spawn, and then Soul Rod as the ads spawn before I use Malphite Rapture spams, so I can get an extra dot on like 5 or 6 ads. It does more damage. You just gotta be prepared for it. As you see, there's so many things to manage here, like dot-wise. It's kind of annoying. But I think the more you do it, the more comfortable you get at it. Yeah, we almost let that guy die. Nobody soaks his line. I didn't feel like going over there. Also, I want to pause it. Yeah. So here, we only did 4 soaks, and then we're about to go down. Using your 2-minute cooldown on pull is fine, because they'll be up when you get into phase 2 if you do 4 or 5. But if your guild or your group is doing 6 soaks, if they soak all 6 times, you can use Dark Glare on pull, and it'll be up when you land downstairs. But I haven't done a 6 soak group in forever, so for optimal damage, in my opinion, because like in phase 1, you're gonna have DKs and monks and mages and hunters and everybody just killing the ads. Using Dark Glare and potion in phase 1 is not as good as it was before, I think. Phase 2 is definitely where it's at. So on pull, only use Dark Soul and 2-minute cooldowns or less, unless your guild is doing 6 soaks. If you do 6, then you can use Dark Glare. Yeah, we used to do 4, and then we're chilling. I make sure I get my Night Fae off before he goes up. Yeah, and then once we get to the middle, I want to make sure I refresh my dots. I kind of fucked up though. I think one of my dots doesn't get reapplied. Yeah. I missed my UA. I'll be the first to admit though, in this pull, I was like the worst UA management. I had UA fall off a lot. Also, you see here, as we're falling, I'm targeting Ramonia already. So as soon as I land, I don't have to like try and click on her. I can just, she's already targeted. You're not doing anything while you're falling anyways. And as soon as I land, I'll pop Dark Soul and start dotting Ramonia. Just watch how I target these ads, right? I knew the priest was going to give me PI. He said he'll give me PI in phase 2. So I dot Ramonia with instant casts. I dot Sire with instant casts. I run to the right and dot this ad with the 3 instant cast dots. Because my group is going to kill the left ad, I go right instead. Because nobody's hitting it besides me, so I'll have plenty of time to pad on it and do a bunch of damage.
For a rebuff.
And then since I have PI, I get kind of greedy and I 3 dot the melee ad as well. It's a lot. You'll see, so I've got 3 dots from Ramonia, 3 dots Sire, 3 dots on the right ad, 3 dots on the right melee ad. Then I use all my damage cooldowns, Soul Rot, Singularity, UA on Sire, Dark Glare, Potion, and then I just spam Raptures on 4 targets at once with max dots. There's the damage, you can just watch the damage, it's insane. Actually, I'll go back a little, so I won't talk. Just watch the damage jump from where I was landing to where I am after hitting all those ads.
I got boss.
I got the sword.
Yeah, so that's why I like to save cooldowns for this phase. And what's cool too is all the other range we're focusing the left ad, right? So it dies. And then I've done, by myself, half or more than half of the right ranged ad's health. So when the other ranged go and hit it, it dies quickly too. So it doesn't really screw the group if your group already has good enough damage on ranged ads.
Impale, stay.
What sucks here is I get stuck with Impale, so I have to stay.
Going back through.
And watch my position too. I'm in the wrong spot. So I walk forward there to make sure the guy number 1 doesn't get hit twice. And go back and watch that if you don't understand what I mean. It's, yeah, watching positioning there is good. Here I just try and do damage. Really not much to say about this part. You just reapply your dots when you can. So there, I should have cast UA instead. I know I'm going through the portal, and these abs are coming up. And one thing, I mean, you know, people know, right? Seed of Corruption applies corruption, but I never thought about it until recently. You just use Seed of Corruption to reapply corruption on your main target. So if Sire's in a group of ads, instead of me casting corruption on him and then Seed, I can just Seed of Corruption him instead, and then apply corruption to him again, and then everything else.
Push.
Normally I would have stood there and just only done damage to Sire and the melee ads, but in Discord he was saying get the ranged ad, get the ranged ad, and I don't want to like fuck the group over, so I did.
If we can.
But it kind of, I could have done more damage if I didn't.
Okay, I'm
Now
gonna
phase 3 is coming up. I'm gonna reapply my dots to Sire. I want to pop Dark Soul and then damage cooldowns and get damage on this other ad while I still can to pump like patterns for targets. I really messed up. I missed my orc racial. I just didn't hit it. In hindsight, maybe I should have waited for Lust on him instead of him in the ad, but it's okay.
You should not have it in the middle there.
Oh, sorry, that's why it's always been tanked when
He was tanked kind of weird there. I'm not sure what that was.
I'm taunting.
But then now phase 3 is just doing damage like normal, right? It's pretty much, this will be the same as my guide. The damage difference from my guide and here is going to be in phase 2. That's where you do most of your padding. And now here, I'm just trying to stabilize my damage, keep it up as high as possible.
Taunt off.
One thing to note, I mentioned in the guide too.
This corner here.
As soon as this pie slice goes out, put your gateway, like your circle,
Sure.
behind, like right on the tip here. Right here.
I have 9 stats.
Yeah, I was a
Because he'll do hand of destructions like in that corner over there,
Boss sword.
and you want to be able to teleport out instantly. It's very, very helpful. Just stand in the seeds, soak when you can. And you notice I'm going to build up soul shards and then wait a little bit. I'm going to check the cooldown on my damage trinket. And I see I have Singularity, Soul Rot, and Dark Lair coming up. So I want to wait to use all of those in one more final burst window instead of just spamming Raptures right now. Yeah, see, I'm checking. So right now I just want to drain, build up shards, and just not die for a bit. And then I'll have one huge like final burst thing, probably after the Ravage.
Taunt if you can. Thank you.
So he's about to do knockback into the destruction. And this hand is what I was talking about. He pulls this in, and then you take your demonic circle straight back to the middle, and you're already where you gotta be. You just run straight across. And then I've got Fatal Finesse. Now I can just plant with the seed, and then go ham on the boss.
Taunting, go hope soak.
I get kind of low, so I use Potion and Healthstone.
Shattering.
So in my head, I was just gonna sit here and tunnel boss because I thought he was gonna die, but I got scared at the end because he didn't look like he was dying fast enough. So I ran to soak, and then I get pulled, and then I missed these last like 7 or 8 seconds of damage. I probably could have gotten off like a Rapture 2 more, but yeah. 6.6k is really good, I think. I was 217 eye level in this VOD. I got 3 PIs, so it's a bit cheating. But that, yeah, so recaps. Phase 2 is where you want to pad the most. If you can get a PI from somebody, when you land to phase 2 is the most important part for sure. That Harmonia and Sire. For good damage, at least you have to at least 3-dot Harmonia and 1 range, like the range that nobody's hitting, and use all your dots on Sire. But for like max damage, if you have PI, dot the melee ad as well with 3. Like I said, the reason you get this one over here is because nobody else is hitting it, and it'll last a lot longer for your damage. If you dot the left ad where the group is, you'll get your dots up, and then by the time you start rapturing, it's dead. So you just kind of wasted globals dotting it in the first place.
I got the sword.
I also want to note one more thing, like again. So the boss is being tanked in between the melee ads. So I'm going to dot this ad, and then I'm going to use Soul Rot on the boss. Soul Rot is going to hit the boss and the 2 melee ads, and then also Harmonia, maybe. I don't know if she's close enough. Yeah, so I have Soul Rot on 1, 2, 3, 4 targets. And then I'm about to use Damage Potion, and then my Bell, which is like 40% Mastery. Dark Glare to refresh all the duration on the dots, and just, you know, go crazy on a lot of targets at the same time. Yeah. So I hope that was helpful for you guys. And yeah, I'm in the description of the video. I'm going to link the logs for the fight. And then if you have any other questions, please let me know. I kind of threw this video together quickly. This isn't going to be like a super edited video or anything. I just wanted to make it for because I said I was going to. Yeah, please, if you have any questions, let me know. Any comments or feedback, I'd like to hear it. But other than that, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good day.